Thank you for inviting me to speak about my favorite subject. I believe that social studies is at the heart of education. Many people use the term social studies and history as one and the same. Social studies educators see a clear difference between the two. Social studies is the combination of all the areas of study you see before you. History is an integral part of the area of study, but many other subjects are included in social studies. When we teach the American War of Independence, we have the students compare the wealth of England versus the lack of wealth of the colonies. We learn about the financial backing we get from France, while we learn about the hardships the colonial army must face and still win the war. That's economics. We talk about the heroes and what they could have been thinking and their backgrounds, thereby including sociology and psychology. How can you discuss the revolution without discussing the incredible government that is created and compare it to other governments? Political science. When discussing the battles of the war, we rely on the knowledge of our geography to help us understand the strategies and often ask students to strategize on their own. And at times we will understand the subject by relying on anthropology, the study of the origins of human behavior, and archaeology, the study of the material evidence of human life, to explain events. Social studies learning is very logical, and we scaffold the topics so that students can grow from one level to the next. In kindergarten through grade 2, we learn about ourselves and the immediate environment around us. Students will map out their room, their school, and their neighborhood. They will learn about themselves, their family, and their community. We even introduce archaeology by participating in a dinosaur dig. By grade 3, we delve into the past, our roots, and our government. In grade 4, we travel across the United States and learn about our size and regions and the people who make up our country. Each year, even in these grades, we talk about our Constitution and our elections, both in November and in April, as part of our Kids Vote initiative. In grades 5 and 6, we learn about our country's past and present. In 5th grade, students learn about early explorations and the founding of our colonies, and in a chronological fashion, they study the birth of our nation. We look at the reasons for the colonies, the way they differed both by origin and location. We talk about the American Indians, who was studied in 3rd grade, and how they fit into the colonial period. We look at the economies of the colonies, and we study the Jamestown colony. And students participate in an archaeological dig using the skills they learned in 2nd grade. By grade 6, the students are looking at the Gilded Age, the economy of the early 20th century, and the huge strides in industry of our nation. We compare the early 1900s with our lives today. We use the knowledge and skills learned in grade 4 about our regions, so students can problem solve and understand the diversity in the United States. Our curriculum for grades 7, 8, and 9 is the study of world history and culture. From the ancient Middle East to Greece and Rome in grade 7, to Asia and Africa in grade 8, students use all the subjects that pertain to social studies to understand the world that they will be living in. Students are asked to think about what makes us a civilization and then to apply that learning to the ancient civilizations of the world. The 21st century is a global century, and our students must be prepared to understand the people and places they will need to work with. In grade 9, the students are focused on Europe and the Middle Ages, and then the effects of Europe and the ever-growing United States power and the effects of that on the rest of the world. We bring all our studies together in the 10th and 11th grades. This curriculum looks at the United States in great detail, our government, our economy, our leaders, and our interaction with the rest of the world. Students are able to bring their knowledge to this course of study to make decisions about our past, learn about our present, and try to affect our future. Students will see the relationship between the world powers in history and compare that with the status of countries today. Why is India a democracy? Why is China a socialist nation? How does that affect our place in the world? All our learning is based on inquiry. We ask questions and search for the best answers as possible. When, what, where, and who are the simple questions. These answers can easily be found in a textbook or on the internet. The why and how are the questions which require the facts, but also require the analytical thinking, the depth of research, and the ability to put it all together, which we hone in social studies. We read to find the answers, we write to explain the answers, we use science and mathematics to root out our answers in more facts. Here is a sample of some of our learning methodologies. I asked our teachers to share some of these with us. We use tried and true methods such as posters and dioramas, debates, and panels. Several elementary schools have a living wax museum. Students research a hero of their past or present and do a written piece. Then they dress up as the person and prepare a short talk about them. The students stand like statues in Madame Tussauds, and when you step on the circle in front of them, they come to life and talk about themselves. Students can prepare PowerPoints and videos about a subject they study. They do the research, prepare the layout, do the script, as though they were on the job. We have all sorts of simulations: Ellis Island, colonial times, archaeological digs, elections, peace talks, constitutional conventions. Our largest simulation is in 9th grade. On April 22nd, we will have all our world culture students participate in a General Assembly meeting where contemporary issues will be debated. We've had several mini museums created recently. 2 classrooms at the high school now have personal guillotines, and a cannon is now sitting in my book room. Think back to your schooling and try to remember the best experiences. They were probably hands-on, inquiry-based projects like these. I attended a conference last week, and this Venn diagram was shared with us. Social studies' goal is to prepare students to be an ideal citizen, probably the most important goal of education. We offer the knowledge, skills, and the dispositions which lead to competence, commitment, and confidence, giving us informed, reasoned decision-making, which is the foundation of a strong democracy. I would like to thank all of these teachers who helped contribute to this report, and I'd like to thank the Board of Education for letting me speak tonight. Good evening.